What's going on, everybody? It's the halfback here. I hope you're all good, and welcome to episode number 6 of my Rising Above Adversity AFC Bournemouth save. Of course, today is a very special episode as I bring you guys the Capital One Cup final, Manchester City versus AFC Bournemouth. But of course, before then, I need to fill you in on what has happened since the last time I was with you guys. If you haven't seen that episode, I would advise you really to go and check that one out. The link will be in the description. It was a double live com. Of course, the Capital One Cup semi-final, first and second leg against Watford, where we prevailed 4-2 on aggregate to make it to this final. But since then, in the league, our league form's really taken a hit. And now in an earlier episode, about 2 episodes ago, can't quite remember, I said I wouldn't mind a cup run, but if we did have a cup run, I really hope it wouldn't come at the expense of our league form. And since that semi-final against Watford, our league form has been really poor. You can see, but I might add actually, sorry, before I get into it, that it has come at the expense of our league form, but I feel like we've been quite unlucky in a few of these games, which I'm going to run you through. If I just look at the Watford game straight after the Capital One Cup semi-final, of course, the third game against Watford in 10 days at home, we took a lead and it was about 20 seconds in the game. Ryan Fraser scored, and we were so dominant in the game. We were much better of the two sides, but we just didn't take our chances. It's been a case. This has been the case for us in so many games this season, where I can say that we've been the better side, or we've just not taking our chances. And you can see in the 83rd minute we were punished for that. Troy Deeney coming off the bench to rescue a point for Watford. But we moved on from that game. Then we lost to Wigan at home 2-1. Kane scoring for us. Then we lost at home to Derby 3-1. Of course, Derby are up there in the promotion playoff, in the promotion push. So to lose to them was a big disappointment. They were really aided by a sending off. Of course, they did take the lead through Ryan Shotton, but we equalised. Jacob Murphy. And then on the 69th minute, Danny Wilson, the centre-back, picking up a second yellow card. And from there, we just really couldn't handle the advantage that Derby had. And they went on to add 2 more goals. So really disappointed to lose to a close rival in the league. But in this next game, I kind of changed up the system. I went back to 2 up top. I felt like Callum Wilson was kind of struggling in a few games up top by himself, so I gave him a partner. I went for 2 up top and it worked. We played Leeds away, 5-2 win. Harry Arter, Callum Wilson bagging a hat-trick, and Junior Stanislas. Interestingly, I actually didn't realise, but Leeds had Jamie Carragher in charge. He's literally just been sacked, I think, on this day or a day before, and now Zinedine Zidane's thrown his hat in the ring for the job. So it's quite incredible, really. We could see Zinedine Zidane managing Leeds. Pretty amazing, I think. But yeah, we beat Leeds 5-2 away. Leeds, they're either rock bottom or second from bottom in the table, so they could go down this year. And then we played Brentford away, and this is another game was really unlucky in. I think Callum Wilson took the lead through in the 11th minute. If you look at the stats, I mean, it looks like it was fairly even. I mean, we had the majority of the possession, but in terms of shots, it was an even game. But after taking the lead and holding that lead for so long in the game, it was just such a bitter blow to concede in the 83rd minute. Of course, Brentford also up there challenging for promotion. Where are they in the table? So they're 4th in the Championship at the moment. So they're up there. They're a rival of ours this season. So if we could have held on to that result, it would have been that lead. Sorry, it would have been a fantastic result away from home. And then we played Forest away. Forest just sacking Dougie Freeman. So we suffered a bit from the new manager syndrome. I think Nigel Atkins' first game in charge, and we lost 3-1. Callum Wilson did take the lead for us, but Forest fought back and probably deserving of the 3 points in the end. They were much better than us, but that's how it is. The results since the last time with you. That leaves us currently in 9th in the Championship. But of course, you can see we do have 2 games in hand, so we could easily push ourselves right back into those promotion, the playoff spots. So there's still to play for in the season. How many games is there left? We got 12 games left to play. Yeah, so is it how many games? I can't even remember how many games there are on the Championship. Oh, sorry, no, we've got 14 games left to play in the Championship. So, definitely all to play for. It's not done and dusted yet. I'm just getting the feeling that maybe it's just not our year to go up. But of course, hopefully the players can prove me wrong and we can push on. But I'm not going to waste any more time. I want to get straight into this historic game that I've got for you today. The Capital One Cup final against Manchester City. I'm going to pick the team for today. I think I've already picked it. I have indeed already sorted out the team for today's game. I'm just looking at the players in reserve. I'm going to take Callum McGregor out and put Mark Pugh in there. But, oh, sorry as well. No, my bad. Let me quickly mention, sorry, I forgot to mention about some of the transfers that we had were talking about in the previous episode. Now, I was talking about a player hoping to agree a deal for, Joseph Surel, and well, unfortunately, he's decided to go to Club Brugge. I thought we had that one in the bag, and kind of at the last minute, Club Brugge have come in. You know, you can see that I can view all his attributes now, and he looks a really tidy player. I'm a bit disappointed to miss out on him. You know, apart from a couple of attributes, you know, his composure's not great, but he could have been an excellent addition to the team. Unfortunately, he's gone to Club Brugge. And there was also another deal that I quickly want to talk about, and that was the one of Lee Camp. He's gone to Middlesbrough for £500,000. I don't think he played a single game for us this season. If I just look, okay, he played 4 games for us this season. Just a backup keeper for us this year. So to get £500,000 for him, and £8,000 off the wage bill was quite good in my opinion. Good deal for us. Of course, you saw that he came in on a free transfer, so in my opinion that was a good deal. But let's get straight back to the team sheet for today's game against Manchester City. I've got Artur Boruc in goal. I've got the standard back four: Simon Francis, Steve Cook, Tommy Elphick and Charlie Daniels. And we've gone with a midfield 3 for today's game of Andrew Surman, Harry Arter, Ewan O'Kane, and then a front 3 of Ryan Fraser, Jacob Murphy and Callum Wilson. And you can see I've kind of fiddled around with my team instructions and mentality. I'm going more defensive, of course. Against Man City, we're not going to be dominating the ball like we have done a lot in the Championship this season. We're not going to be able to play our kind of possession game. So against the league leaders, the holders of the Premier League, the holders of the Capital One Cup as well. So yeah, I kind of just tried to pack the middle with those 3 central midfielders, give us a nice balance in central midfield. And obviously, Man City are going to be the dominant team in the game. But what I'm hoping for, we can kind of stifle the game, and then maybe, possibly, using the likes of Fraser, Jacob Murphy, good pace on the break. If we can, and Callum Wilson as well. Maybe, possibly, we can try and hit him on the counter-attack. No expectations from ourselves in going into this game, you know, where there's no pressure on ourselves. We're just delighted to be in this position. I mean, I couldn't have dreamed of getting to a cup final in my first season in this save, but we've done it. We're here now. It's interesting to see who Man City are actually playing today. So they're actually going with a reserve team. I mean, of course they are a strong side, but I'm quite surprised. It's a cup final. I mean, they've got Caballero in goal. They've got a back four: Zabaleta, Kompany, Mangala and Clichy. But in midfield, I'm going to be honest, I've never heard of Dilrosun. Yeah, Dilrosun. Never heard of him. 16-year-old winger. Then centre midfield, they've got Fernando and Lampard. So hopefully we can overrun them in midfield. There's not a lot of dynamism in that midfield with Fernando and Lampard. Then they've got Barker, who I've never heard of, probably another youngster. Ambrose and Inacio up front. I've heard of. I think it's I can't even pronounce that. Is it Inacio? Inacio, I'm not sure, but I've heard of him. He becomes a very good player in the game, but it's definitely a weakened side from City, so they don't seem to be taking us too seriously, and hopefully that can work out in our favour. But still, they have got a good team. I'm not going to change the team instructions. Looking at the team, you might think I would try and go for it a little bit more, but I'm still going to stick with what we've got, and hopefully we can pull off an upset. Of course, if we win this one, it will mean that we are qualifying for the Europa League for next season. I've found out that if you don't win and the team that wins qualifies for the Champions League, then the runner-up doesn't get the Europa League spot. So we have to win if we want to be in Europe next season. I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing, being in Europe next season, but you know, I'm not going to turn down a win in this cup final. Huge game for the club. But early on in the game, Hopefully we can just defend well for the first 20 minutes or so. But corner comes in from Zabaleta. And Vincent Kompany gets his head on it. 2 minutes still gone. Man City take the lead. And yeah, that's the initial plan gone out the window. But we've got a corner here now. Charlie Daniels floats it in. Headed away by Dilsher and Cooks. And he's gone a penalty. Steve Cooks won a penalty. Clichy's fouled him in the box. And I believe it will be Harry Arter stepping up to equalise for us. Come on, do not miss, please. This is huge. Harry Arter steps up. Harry Arter sticks it in the top corner, and Bournemouth are level in the Capital One Cup final against Manchester City. His 10th goal of the season. Such a huge player in our team. And we're level. Wow. Hopefully we can just continue now. Just keep it tight. We're doing well in terms of keeping the ball and having shots. So we're kind of doing better in the game at the moment than City, but obviously they've got the players on the bench. I think Yaya Touré's on the bench. I think I saw Dzeko on the bench, so they can change it at any time and bring those players on. But we're doing fantastically here. Half an hour gone. Sermon's picked up a knock. But highlight here, can we create a chance? Union O'Kane into Callum Wilson. He takes on the man. Callum Wilson's in. Callum Wilson makes it 2-1. I can't believe what I'm seeing here. I really can't. Callum Wilson, great bit of forward play, takes on the centre back, and we're I'm kind of lost for words here. We're leading in the Capital One Cup final against Manchester City. I mean, there's still so long to go in the game, but if we can score another one, if we can really score one here, Charlie Daniels on the ball into Union O'Kane, Harry Arter on the ball, Callum Wilson. Kompany's on a yellow card. He's got to be careful. If they can get a player sent off, that really gives us a good chance. But Tommy Elphick, well played there, wins the ball well. Harry Arter having a fantastic game so far, scoring from the penalty spot. Jacob Murphy's got to find a pass. He selfishly goes for the shot. Really would have wanted him to find the pass there, keep the possession. But what a half so far. We're going into the half time now. The whistle should go any second now. But obviously, as I said, City have got the players on the bench who they can bring off. But we lead 2-1 at half time. I can't say anything else other than tell the players I'm pleased. There's nothing else we could have done in this first half to go a goal behind and then come back in the way we have. Harry Arter and Callum Wilson with the goals. 45 minutes away from Cup glory in our first season at Bournemouth. Hopefully we can do it. And hopefully we can seal European football. If European football can bring I can't even speak. I just can't speak. If we can bring European football to Bournemouth for next season, that would just be incredible. But you can see Yaya Touré has now entered the field. David Silva has picked up an injury. Half an hour left to play. I'm tempted just to completely shut up shop. Of course, we're playing on defensive. I don't know what to. I'm just going to leave it. These are the players. They're doing really well. Tommy Elphick not having a great game in defence, but we're 20 minutes away now. Andrew Sermon on the ball into Jacob Murphy. Harry Arter, can we kill this game off? Union O'Kane finds the pass. Callum Wilson's there. Callum Wilson makes it 3-1. Oh, he's offside. No way, he's offside. Callum Wilson, I thought that was it. But we've dominated the game. We've absolutely dominated the game, and 20 minutes to go now. I'm so nervous. I've never been nervous playing a game like this before. But Harry Arter struggling with fitness, but I can't take him off. But 15 minutes to go. I'm going to leave it to the 80th minute before making any tactical changes. But Callum Wilson on the ball. We're still threatening a goal. Jacob Murphy's there. How's he missed? But it's in. It's Fraser. Ryan Fraser makes it 3-1, and Bournemouth are 15 minutes away from winning the Capital One Cup. Oh, wow. I'm sorry, I probably sound so overexcited right now, but I just can't believe what I'm seeing. The clock is ticking down. It looks like we're actually going to see it. I'm going to make some changes now. Andrew Sermon's been out there with a knock for a while. I'll bring on Dan Gosling. Harry Arter's also struggling, but I've really not got anyone to bring on for him. Harry Arter's going to have to stay on. I'll bring off Jacob Murphy. Get some fresh legs in the team. Junior Stanislas can come on. But we've nearly done it. We're nearly there. 7 minutes left on the clock. 3-1. City have not really brought on the big boys. I thought they would have. I don't think Aguero was on the bench, but Dzeko was there. But a minute left, seconds to go, and we're gonna do it. We've done it. Seconds left in the game. Boric comes out, picks up the ball, and the full-time whistle goes at Wembley. Manchester City 1, AFC Bournemouth 3, and oh wow. This was the last thing I thought could happen in my first season, to win a trophy. I mean, obviously the Capital One Cup's not the most decorated trophy in English football, but for a club like AFC Bournemouth to win against the league leaders in the Premier League, the champions, the Capital One Cup holders, Manchester City, it's just mind-blowing. Harry Arter, Callum Wilson and Ryan Fraser are the heroes of today. Just quickly go through the news items. After going a goal down as well, I mean, to go a goal down against City and come back in that way, you see AFC Bournemouth's name on that list. We will be playing European football next season, whether it be in the Championship or the Premier League. It doesn't matter. Bournemouth will be playing in Europe next season, which is just I don't know. I really don't know what to say. You can see, wow. Obviously, the ball delighted. I mean, we was expected to reach the third round. I mean, that's the first round that's one of obviously the early rounds, you know. So to win the whole thing is just amazing. But let me look at the fixtures after that historic win. We've beaten Man City in the Capital One Cup final. I don't think I'll be able to get over this one for a while. But we've got to focus. We've got to shift our focus back to the league now. Of course, we're still going in looking for promotion this season. But whatever happens from now until the end of the season, if we don't get promoted, it's still going to be going down as a fantastic season for the club and a historic one for Bournemouth. But looking at the fixtures, we've got Wolves coming up next. I'll probably come back for the Cardiff game. We've got Cardiff at home. Cardiff are one of the sides up there in and around our position, fighting for promotion. So I'll come back for the Cardiff game. Thank you guys. If you watched this episode, please do smash that thumbs up button if you did like this episode. If you enjoyed watching AFC Bournemouth win the Capital One Cup, please do hit that thumbs up. Thank you guys. I've really enjoyed this commentating on this episode. But I'm going to leave it here for now. Thanks you again. I can't stress enough how much I appreciate your support on these videos. But it's been the Halfback, and I'll see you guys in a bit.